Hey everyone, and a welcome in or a welcome back. It's a Monkey Mar. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you click that subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and of course, the like. Before we get into this video, an Erika Lloyd kind of update I am going to tell you now. This article has some serious information that could be very triggering to some people, and if you are sensitive, or it's probably time for you to click out right about now. So there were some remains that were found out in Wonder Valley this past Sunday. All of this information that I'm reading right now actually came out yesterday, but by the time I post this video, it will probably be 2 days ago. This came out on February 8th. As of right now, it is an hour left into February 9th. So guys, with that, brace yourself and let's get into this very dark, scary rabbit hole. I didn't even want to go down this rabbit hole after I read the article, but then I thought, why not? I've been holding Erika Lloyd's case to my heart for many months, and I have to touch on this story. So, here we go. So let me get through this article, and then you will totally understand where I'm coming from regarding Erika Lloyd and what is going on, because whoosah, in the clear. Armie Hammer not a suspect in Wonder Valley death investigation after human remains are found despite new online rumors. Armie Hammer is not a suspect in a Wonder Valley death investigation despite new online rumors claiming he worked at a construction site located near where human remains were found. Guys, here we go. This is getting into the triggering buttons. Arnie, 34, has been accused of rape and cannibalism fantasies, having slaves, and more in a series of disturbing messages exposed by Instagram account House of Effie. Armie Hammer is not a suspect in a death investigation. On January 31st, detectives from San Bernardino County Sheriff's Homicide Division responded when human remains were found in San Bernardino County's Wonder Valley, close to where Armie worked at a construction site. The public information officer for the sheriff's office exclusively confirmed to The Sun, Armie Hammer's name hasn't come up as a suspect at all. We have no plans to investigate him. We have not identified the remains. Celebrity Instagram account Du Moy shared submissions that a shocking story about Armie would be published soon. So this came out of House of Effie. Holy S, I know what's going to come out. It's really bad, really bad. Like, I'm shaking and feel like I'm going to throw up bad, and I am with my whole family. This was an online Instagram accounts have been teasing a really bad story is coming out. Online Instagram accounts have been teasing a really bad story is coming out. The upcoming story is reportedly the reason he was dropped by his agency WME on Friday. House of Effie then posted, "Holy eat. I know what's going to come out. It's bad, really bad. Like, I'm shaking, feel like I'm going to throw up bad, and I'm with my whole family. What he and his friends have done is worse than anything I have posted. Justice will be served." Social media users began to speculate the story had to do with the remains found last Sunday. So let me just jump over and show you the article about the remains that were found. Human remains found in Wonder Valley Field. Wonder Valley County coroners are working to identify human remains found by hikers in the open desert here Sunday morning, January 31st. Supervising coroner Jeff Lewison reported the skeletal remains were found in the 5200 block of Dandee Road in the open desert. The bones, which he described as various bits and pieces, have been determined to be human, but have not been identified, he said. Human, but have not been identified, he said. I am going to go for a road trip, and I will show you where Erika Lloyd went missing and where these remains have been found. The case, he said, has been forwarded to the department's anthropologist, and it's missing and identified. Staff to help identify the remains. Sheriff's Department detectives are conducting a death investigation. Spokeswoman Cynthia Bachman. The detective actually got back to me from San Bernardino County last week, and I am going to be touching base with him tomorrow. He did leave me a voicemail, and I guess we now wait to find out who the remains belong to, but let's get back into the article. I will say that it is a very, very scary world that we live in. So social media users began to speculate the story had to do with the remains found last week. This is all alleged, with Armie Hammer until proven otherwise. Remember when Armie suddenly began working in construction mid-pandemic and mid-divorce last year? Suddenly he was employed in between jobs working on a hotel in the middle of the desert. So in the cut replying, in the 6 months during his employment, 10 to 15 minutes away from the site, the remains of the 3 women have been found. So we are not talking about one woman, it says here. We are talking about 3 women. We are not conflating the 2 ideas, but there have been long-standing rumors for a while. Armie worked in Joshua Tree National, where a woman went missing. Erika Lloyd. Account in the cut tweeted, which this is already what I just read. Social media accounts began to speculate the remains, which have not been identified, belong to California mom Erika Lloyd, who went missing in June of 2020. I pray that it is not Erika Lloyd. I pray that somebody has her held hostage somewhere. Lipstick Alley posted, Armie is allegedly being investigated regarding the disappearance of a California mom who set out for a solo road trip to Joshua Tree National. She has been missing since June 2020. Her car was found abandoned and vandalized. And if you watch my videos and you've seen my Erika Lloyd, you know all about the car being seen inside Joshua Landing, vandalized inside, and then it was found outside of the park, abandoned on a road. So the local coroner is investigating a case of human remains found in the area in February 2021, the article that I just read to you, but the Sheriff's Department will not confirm at this time if the remains belong to her, Erika Lloyd. In October 2020, the Call Me By Your Name actor talked about working in construction at a 29 Palms property near Joshua Tree National Park, where Erika went missing over the summer. He said while on Jimmy Kimmel Live, I have been productive. I've been really fortunate. I mean, look, the world's falling apart. It's the apocalypse. But funny enough, my buddy Ashton Ramsey bought an old hotel out in the desert. It was this kind of abandoned, rundown motel, and I came back from the Cayman Islands where I was during quarantine, and I was like, dude, I have nothing to do. He was like, do you want to come live with me in this abandoned motel and do construction with me? Yeah, if that's not creepy. I do not think I am ever going to go live in a state that starts with a C. I lived out in Los Angeles when I was younger, but yeah, I'm gonna stick to the East Coast. Okay, so Armie confirmed late last year that he worked at a construction site in the desert. He posted a photo of his friend on Instagram and tagged Joshua Tree National. He also wrote on Instagram in August tagging Joshua Tree, "This one of my best friends, Ashton. For the last 2 months or so, I have lived with Ashton, worked construction with Ashton, and hiked with Ashton every day. He has been such a good friend and boss, and has been the most supportive friend anyone could ever ask for. Today might be my birthday, but I just want to say thank you to Ashton Ramsey and say, I love you, dude." But Dumoy seemed to deny the speculation, as the account posted a screenshot from an anonymous source that there is no way, and people are reaching. In another anonymous screenshot, a person said he or she does not believe the rumors, as he had girls there the whole time, and that he wouldn't have done a whole press thing there if he had killed 2 people. As the Sun readers know, Armie has been involved, trigger warning, in a rape fantasy and cannibalism scandal. And that hairdo, the eyes say it all. To me anyways, the gateway to the soul. I'm probably old when I say this. You're gonna think I'm old. I have no idea who this guy was before this article. Well, of course I know now, but I never even heard the name Armie. Let's get into what his ex-girlfriends and wife has said about him. Ex-girlfriend Courtney Vukakovic claimed he told her he wanted to break and eat her ribs. She told the Daily Mail he was really into saying he wants to break one of your ribs and eat it, like barbecue it and eat it. In terms of the BDSM, he made that pretty clear that it is something he is interested in very early on in the relationship, and he referenced breaking my ribs often. Armie's ex-girlfriend Paige Lorenz, who he dated last year for 4 months, claimed to The Sun that he kept mannequins in the basement of his family home to learn how to tie up women. Creeper. She claims he was obsessed with meat, bones, and veins. I wonder if he's related to Jeffrey Dahmer. He wanted her to be proud of the bruises she sustained. You see, girls, guys, everyone, you see? Decent looking guy. Not bad at all. And look at what this little freak boy is into. Women have come forward, with one claiming he wanted to barbecue her ribs. Yeah. I wonder what the hotel is that his friend bought. You know what? We're probably going to have to look into it. Not this video, though. So besides the woman coming forward claiming he wanted to barbecue her ribs, she claimed to The Sun, he told me that he had mannequins in his basement in his family home that Elizabeth and him were living at to practice rope tying on. Okay, so to each their own. If he's into a little BDSM and he wants to get a little kinky and learn some knot tying, that's okay. But, well, it's not my thing, but you know what? You can't judge people for what they're into. But the barbecuing the ribs, he might be like a long-distant cousin to Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm not trying to kink shame at all, but I think that dangerous men sometimes use this as like a smokescreen for abusing and hurting women for their own sexual pleasure. I am holding him accountable, and I think he knows that he's caused a lot of women pain, even if he doesn't want to admit it right now, and there is power in numbers. She added, I think that this situation is terrible. It's so unfair on his children, and I think everyone is just so disgusted and shocked. So Armie and his wife split after 10 years of marriage. Now, I am not being mean when I say this, but she is a very thin woman. And I'm not going to say the next thing because I'm sure I'll get yelled at and crucified, but she looks like she is thin from stress. Page also claimed he was into knife play and carved the letter A into her skin above her pubic bone before licking, trigger alert, the bloody wound and bragging about it to his friends. Okay. So the BDSM and wanting to eat ribs, licking blood, a vampire. Ugh. She claimed he also fantasized about having sex with a limp body. That right there is just, that's a little disturbing. No, that is disturbing. Armie and his estranged wife, Elizabeth Chambers, who share 2 children, separated last July after 10 years of marriage amid rumors that he had an affair with his Rebecca co-star, Lily James. Earlier this week, Elizabeth responded to the allegations against her ex, saying, "For weeks, I've been trying to process everything that has transpired. I am shocked, heartbroken, and devastated." Good looking guy. And that is just even more disturbing. Armie Hammer's wife, Elizabeth Chambers, said she is shocked. I would be pretty shocked too. Dun, 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 dun. I know, guys, I'm weird. I talk to myself like you guys. Actually, I just feel like I'm talking to you guys, so I don't know. But could you imagine being married to a man for 10 years, have 2 children with him, and then if these allegations are true, that he's into cannibalism and everything else, that would definitely have to be really hard. So heartbreak aside, his ex-wife says, "I am listening and will continue to listen and educate myself on these delicate matters. I didn't realize how much I didn't know." She added, "My sole focus and attention will continue to be on our children, on my work, and on healing during this incredibly difficult time." Armie called the allegations a vicious online attack against him. In a statement, he confirmed reports that he is no longer appearing as a love interest in the Jennifer Lopez new rom-com Shotgun Wedding. Well, that is probably very good for J-Lo. He told TMZ, "I'm not responding to these bull-ass claims, but in light of the vicious and spurious online attacks against me, I cannot in good conscience now leave my children for 4 months to shoot a film in the Dominican Republic. Lionsgate is supporting me in this, and I'm grateful to them for that." So if your children's father had these allegations against them, would you even let them see him? Oh, that's got to be a hard, sticky, rough situation to be in. All right, let's go have a look at where these remains were found and where Erika Lloyd went missing, because that is my focus. Why I am in this article with this creep, I kind of feel violated, is because my focus is on Erika Lloyd. Erika Lloyd, and if you guys do not know the story of Erika Lloyd, I would watch my prior videos. It's just another interesting woman missing. So Erika Lloyd was going to drive 9 hours south from where she lived in Walnut Creek to come to Joshua Tree Park, camping alone. So her car was ticketed inside Joshua Tree National Park, but then her car was found on 29 Palms and Shelton Road. This is the same area where James Escalante went to meet their friend, and later on his remains were found. I did a video about it. The new remains seemed to be an hour drive to Dandee Road in a field. Let's get into satellite. Well, there's a whole lot of field. And you think Google? Nah, Google doesn't go here. This is too let's see if we can get down here. Ew. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, this is so much desert, so much land. Yeah, this must be Dandee Road. Yep, so that's Dandee Road. You can go into that field or you can go into this field. But I'm not going to speculate. What is that, water? No, that's the highway. Okay. So guys, that is where we're at, and like I said earlier, I am only interested in knowing whose remains they are. And I don't know. I just pray that somebody has Erika Lloyd, like J.C. Dugard or Elizabeth S. Smart. This world is scary, and there are a lot of people missing. Thousands and thousands and thousands. Old Woman Springs Road. Is that really the name of that road? Old Woman Springs Road. That's not nice. So I will stay on top of course, the Erika Lloyd story. I do not know how much of this Army guy I am going to invest my time in. But with that, guys, it is a wrap. I want to thank you all for coming in. Thank you for watching. Please like or dislike, whichever you prefer, and subscribe. Everyone have a good day or a good night wherever you are in the world. And stay vigilant. I am out.